next guest is LIZA Ertz. We talked to her about who her favorite player is besides Zach, what she thinks of Philadelphia as a whole, and the Ertz Family Foundation. I love it. Welcome back to Stay Tuned with D.Rey. We're here with LIZA Ertz. How you doing today?
Great. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for being on. Thank you for being on. Right before we started, we were talking about Stanford football. So please just talk about the difference between college, football and pro football from your standpoint.
From mine, yeah, as a mom. Super different. Stanford was, it felt like Saturdays were a family football day, we were all there to watch, obviously want to see a win, but it felt, it still felt like a lot of joy, maybe for me, and I'm always nervous, but the NFL just feels so different, speed of the game, sound of the hits.
It's a little more intense.
Everything just feels so much more intense. And I say this a lot, but I watch the game through finger goggles, like I'm, sort of watching, sort of, did he catch it? Is he fine? Get up, that kind of thing. So in the NFL, I just feel like it's just so much more intense, you know?
Okay, all right. So we had my mother and Damir, Cosby Roundtree's mother, on last season. I ain't gonna do a little fist bump. Boom. There you go. Little fist bump. Little fist bump. How y'all doing?
All right. How are you, son?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. She called me son.
Oh, Lord. You telling the truth today.
What's going on? No, elaborate.
This is the time to tell the truth.
Yes.
He's a sweet child though. He's a sweet kid, but he's greedy. Like I was just, telling your mom how I get random phone calls. And like a few of the players are coming to my house tomorrow for Sunday dinner.
Oh.
I'm not going to say the menu because I don't want to get Coach Shaq upset.
Yeah. If it's not Shaq approved, don't even.
It's not. Trust me, it's not.
But it's soul food.
It's like Christmas in July.
And we asked them, the challenges of being a mother of an athlete. And obviously, I played in college, Damir's still in college, but you've seen it from the pro level. What's some of the challenges for you, outside of the finger goggles, that you had of being a mother of an athlete?
So specifically at the NFL level, I think, it's hard as a mother because our hearts are always, even there, I'm sure your mother would say the same thing. You're an adult now, but you're still her little boy, Zachary's still my little boy, no matter how old he gets, no matter how old I get. So to see the struggles or to see the commitments and the sacrifices and, to just see life and to see what he goes through, even though, he's an adult, is a challenge, the ups and downs, the media, the fans, it's hard sometimes. It hurts you to see that.
And how do you deal with it? Like, how do you deal with that pain? Because it's his job. You can't take him out of that,
he loves it.
Exactly, he loves it. I could imagine coming up, there were some days where it's like, you gotta take it easy, and it's like, I gotta go harder. So how do you deal with that type of pain?
Right, so one of the greatest pieces of advice I've ever gotten was, like, stay off social media. Don't read the stuff, like, just, put your Twitter account away. Don't listen to talk radio. Don't watch the after game synopsis. So that's one way of dealing with it, is just to sort of try to block it out. But I'm somewhat of a moth to the flame when it comes to, I know I shouldn't really read this, but I'm going to read it.
It's like the red button effect. It's
exactly. I know.
Yeah. You got to. There's nothing wrong with it. I know what you mean. As an athlete, I definitely know what you mean. It's like they tell us the same thing, and it's just like, I gotta see.
I just was gonna do it this one time. But I see the joy that he has in playing and in being part of this and being able to give back to the community and all of the really good stuff that comes from being a professional athlete, especially in a city like Philadelphia that, insanely embraces their teams and their players. So, you know, it helps me deal with some of the stuff that I think is harder on a mom's heart.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's talk about Philly real quick.
Okay.
Because you said a city that embraces him, and you got to see the good, the bad, the ugly, and the cheesesteak smell of Philly. So what is your
the crab
favorite
fries,
part?
that's what smells worse to me than the cheesesteaks.
You think crab fries smell?
Yes.
I mean, cheesesteaks always smell bad if you're not the one having it. But crab fries. We got to talk about that. Crab fries? Do you smell what?
Yeah, ew.
What about it? What about it? What about it?
It's something about it. I don't know. It's like a prevailing smell in Philly. I don't know why. And I actually have tasted them and they're not bad.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
It's like a tuna steak. Like if you're the one having it, it's like this is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
but to the guy across the break from, it's like,
yeah, being on a plane with somebody eating a tuna sandwich.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
okay. I didn't know that. Damn. Sorry, Chicky and Pete's.
I know. They're never going to invite us there again.
No. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So I wore this sweater.
I love it.
Out of respect. I don't know what I was thinking. This is a little hot up here. Excuse me. How did you guys' lives change after that championship?
Oh gosh. I mean, it was. You know, people have asked me so many times, how was the game? How was the stadium? What was it like? You know, and I don't remember much from the game. I was so nervous. The whole experience was so intense and wonderful and terrifying all at once.
All at the same time.
And I remember thinking, like, I watched all these Super Bowls all these years, and this is my kid. Like, this can't really be happening. But came back, went to the parade, which was like the most joyful day.
Okay.
You know, because the Super Bowl I was so nervous. The parade I was just so happy, and to see him so happy was just like the most fun thing about it. And the city went crazy, right? Like just wonderful joy here, you know. So they've really they've embraced him, you know, even more so than they already had. Philly has shown Zachary a lot of love over the years, and so after the Super Bowl, Zach went to Haiti with a few teammates and came back and said, I want to start a foundation. I want to give back to the city the way they've given back to me. I want to do something, you know, large and important. And so I was able to stop what I was doing and start to run he and Julie's foundation. So it's been awesome. And I think that was really born from, you know, feeling success as a football player here in Philly, and then deciding, like, I want to use my platform and I really want to make a difference.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, we have to take a quick break, but when we get back, we have to talk about, first of all, the Ertz Family Foundation, a little bit about Julie, and we have to talk about some of your initiatives as a mother that you're leading the charge on. So this has been Stay Tuned with D.Rey. We're here with LIZA Ertz, and we'll be right back. I love that Josh stands up. The support is amazing. Welcome back to Stay Tuned with D.Rey. We're here with LIZA Ertz. So before the break, we started talking about the Ertz Family Foundation that you run. Just tell us about everything we should know about the Ertz Family Foundation.
So as I said, Zach had a really life-changing trip to Haiti right after the Super Bowl and realized, wait, there's a lot that I can do and that I can really work to change lives and sort of give back to kids for things that they didn't have that Zachary and Julie had growing up. Access to youth sports programs, access to great education, things that to them shape them into not only the athletes they are, but the people they are and the couple they are. So they decided that they wanted to focus on youth sports initiatives, youth education, challenges that kids face, not having access to tutoring or college readiness programs, and just the things that really helped them in their lives were the sort of the mirror for what they wanted to give back. So We started out, we started this fund called the City of Love Fund, which helps small organizations that are doing educational and youth sports program initiatives in the city that don't have Zach and Julie Ertz as, you know, a door opener.
Yeah.
You know, quite frankly, it's a lot easier to raise money in a very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
If you have a name like that, or if you have that platform, or you have that kind of success in the city. So it's a grant-making vehicle to help small organizations in the city that are doing really good work. We have given to programs in Northern California where Zach grew up, and again in the education space. And then last year, we found out on a day that I was on Twitter that the Kensington High School football program had lost all of their equipment. It was stolen out of their equipment shed. So we swooped in and replaced their equipment, and, you know, helped with a donation that, you know, to add to other donations that they had received. And through that one process, we had a chance, or I had a chance initially, to go to Kensington and to see the despair there, and the living situation, and the drug situation, and the homeless population situation. And I was changed forever. And I said to Zach, we need to find something, you know, large to do here, like really make a difference. So we're in the process of making Kensington a big focus of our giving, and, you know, working on different potential programs that could be really generationally social change projects in Kensington that could really affect the way the kids live, and the way they, you know, have after school access to programs and things like that. So that's where we are right now. I moved to Philly in August to be totally committed to the fundraising efforts for this.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been the most wonderful work of my life.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I have to ask, how do you balance? You got a superstar son, so you know you're the mother of a superstar son, but then you're the mother-in-law of a superstar woman. How in the hell do you balance the two? Like if they have events on the same day, which one are you going to?
Well, I would go to Zachary's, but let me tell you, it's like Julie is the superstar in that family. I mean, it's amazing how, first of all, how wonderful she is, and how they love each other, and their love is the sweetest thing I've ever watched. How they support each other, how they just unconditionally give to each other, and make room for her to live her dream, make room for Zachary to live his dream. I got to go to France with him this summer for 2 weeks and just hang out with my adult son, which was really amazing, and watch her play. And it just, it's awesome. She's really just an amazing person. I told Zach many times, like, you could have pilgrimed around the world and never found a better person for him. Amazing. Yeah, it's really beautiful.
That's
cool.
Amazing. Yeah. Mom giving shout outs, you know what I mean? All right, so kind of a challenging question here. Who is your favorite Eagles player besides Zach?
Oh, current?
Yep. No. How about that? Of all time. Actually, no, current, because you got to know him. You got to know him.
So I'm going to go with Carson, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why Carson?
I love the way he plays. I love how hard he plays. I love how he fights for everything. I love that. I just think he's also perfect for Philly, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like his like grit out there.
You would think he's been here his whole life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Favorite cheesesteak, please?
Okay, so this place near the airport, or on the way to the airport, where all those shops are, it's like a little shack, like a standalone place.
Okay.
It's coming to me.
Steve's?
No.
It's not Jim's. Jim's on South Street.
The roast pork place. John's roast pork.
Thank you. That's my man George in the crowd. John's roast pork?
Yes, it's amazing. Yeah, there's a line like outside, and it wraps around this. Yeah, it's incredible. I honestly can't eat very many cheesesteaks.
Yeah,
but
none of us eat too many, but when you do, all right, so why there?
I don't know, I love the whole Philly vibe
It's
there
just the
too.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Ishkabibbles?
Never
That was a real
even heard
word.
of
I
it.
swear I didn't make it up.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of Ishkabibbles? I promise I'm not teasing you. It's a real place. It's a real place with like all 18 syllables. It's real. I'm
And
serious.
where is it?
It's on South Street. So there's two of them.
Oh,
There's
really?
two of them. Yeah. There's one of them that's a broom closet. You know, you got to get it like when you walk in, you got to hit like the secret agent scoop to get in because it's that tight. And then there's a bigger location. I think the broom closet is the better one. I grew up on it being from South Philly, but we got to go there. So if your schedule permits,
all right.
I would like to sponsor a trip to
Okay.
Ishkabibbles.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I'm dying to see if this place exists.
It really does. We got to get you. I got a T-shirt. I'm like a part-time ambassador. I don't get paid, but I'm like a part-time ambassador for Ishkabibbles at this point. We got to get you because they have the cheesesteak. They got chicken cheesesteaks are good. They put the cheese whiz on their fries. Everybody puts it on their steak. That's wrong.
Oh.
And then they have it's this drink called a gremlin, and I promise you, it's one of the best drinks you ever had. I promise you. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right, last
I know
question.
you're a kidder too, so I'm sure.
No, me, a kidder.
I'm trying to decide.
No,
is this true or
no,
not true?
I can show you after we get done. I'll show you. I promise you, I'm not. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. Last question. What do you want people to stay tuned with?
So the work we're doing
Yes.
with the foundation is enormous. I'm also going to plug another personal passion of mine. I'm the director of safety, health and wellness for a startup helmet cover company.
Defend Your Head.
Defend Your Head, and they're here in Chester Springs. So when I moved here to Philly, I was able to really like dive into this as well.
Yes.
We're currently putting together a program called High School Heroes, so NFL players can give back to their high schools. It's like a turnkey, makes it super easy.
It's amazing.
And we're going to just make sure high school and youth players across the country have access to affordable, safe equipment.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's huge. So I'm really proud to do that.
All right.
Be the loudmouth mom in the stands.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're a super mom. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you for being on the show, Lisa Ertz. It's one of our best interviews yet. This has been Stay Tuned with D.Rey with Lisa Ertz. Please stay tuned with everything they're doing, from the Ertz Family Foundation to Defend Your Head to our Ishkabibbles trip, everything. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Hold on. I promise you.
Is this a place?
Hold on.
I feel like he's pulling my leg.
Look.
Oh my God.
So look. Hold on. I gotta show you.
Broom.
Yeah, no,